Hey, what's up, everybody? So, man, this is Led Zeppelin, 1971, Japan. A couple of days late doing this, man. I was hoping to hit it off in the middle of the week, but here we are. The weekend is upon us, so let's get into the weekend right, man. So, before we pop this off, man, just to let you guys know, it's going to be a full video. Gonna run all the way from beginning to end, all 4 hours of it. And on YouTube, if perhaps it doesn't make it up in full, I'll have to break it up just so you see. Maybe you might see bits of it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get all of it. We've been lucky with that lately. But yeah, man, for those of you who have a Patreon account, or just basically go into my public Patreon, have a Vimeo account, you'll see the video in full, okay? Now, YouTube, if you insist on just sticking to YouTube alone, you might get lucky and see the whole thing, but probably not, if at all. So that is how we are going to roll, man. So I'm looking forward to this. Before I pop this off, though, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to John. John, thank you, man. It's been a while. I haven't heard from you for a little while. John disappears and then he reappears. You know, when he reappears, he has something really interesting for me. So I always have this anticipation of when I hear from the dude next. John's, geez, he's one of my first subscribers, one of my first patrons. So you're the shit, John. I love you very much. All right, let's hit this up, guys. Led Zeppelin, Japan, 1971. Actually, you know what? Even before we do that, hold on, man. I gotta read what John said about this performance. I'm just too anxious to get into this shit. Hang on. Let me just go to John's note real quick here. John, where are you, buddy? All right. It's 1:30 in the damn morning. Girlfriend and I went out for dinner and just got in. I can't sleep right now. Oh, John says, all right. Hi, STB. I hope this finds you well. I just came across this 1971 Osaka video just a few minutes ago. I haven't listened to all of it, so how consistent the quality is I can't say, but the following ones sure are good. This performance is a bit rawer than the 1973 Madison Square Garden performance, more bluesy, I'd say. I love it. I'm typing my notes as I sample the tunes. I like this rawer sound than where they were in 73. So there's a couple of notes down here. There's a couple of links. He's provided me a couple of links. Yeah, so then he says, notes from the guy that uploaded the video. Considered by many to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Zeppelin shows of all. Their last show of 1970, done one day after the tragic death of Jimi Hendrix. The band is firing on all cylinders here. Magnificent. Okay, this is for another link that John sent me. Live in New York, September 19th, 1970, evening show. We're going to have to get to that shit. So, yeah, forget the last bit I just read here. That was for 1970. So, let's go back to where we want to be. 1971, Osaka. Let's hit this up, man. Led Zeppelin, Osaka, Japan, 1971. Let's get it. Happy New Year. Cheers to all of you. Especially if you're up late with me. the bass groove of this song. Is there a better singer? That bass groove kills me. This is a good example of a band only sometimes needing one song. Can you imagine? All you've got in your repertoire is just this song. You would still be remembered as something great. I believe I've ever heard an extended jam version of this song. over the other day. Some of something playing in the background. You know what they ask me constantly? Who the hell's that drummer? That's more like lightning.
Arigato.
Far out.
Tonight, you will be happy. And so will Phil Carson. This is indeed a pleasure. We came from Hiroshima yesterday, and your glorious train was really far out. A long, big train, many sleeping, and things like that, and such. Good milk. And
what's your favorite Led Zeppelin song?
Spirit. And to avoid all
This is mine.
shit, we'll go straight on. This is called Since I've Been Loving You.
And yo, don't be saying stuff like, well, my favorite is the one that I'm listening to at the time. That's a cop-out. What's your favorite Led Zeppelin song? I want to know. And tell me why it is. When I first heard this song, man, I was just not ready. It blew my head off.
Every night.
My first Zeppelin reaction to this was as well. When the organ came in, and then they went into the guitar solo. Wow. The presence of the organ in this song, man.
Oh, my tears, they fell like rain. Oh, somebody gotta stop them falling. Oh, please, please, yeah. Do you remember, Mama, when I knocked on your door? You had the nerve to tell me you didn't want me no more. I opened my front door, hit my back door slam. And I think I got a new back door. I've been working for myself and self and self.
Oh, they like that one. Excellent.
Arigato. I have a terrible problem with my shoes nightly. They keep coming undone. Tonight you will be more than happy. And thank you. This is one from many moons ago. It's called, no, I'll leave you to guess. Mr. Jones? Good evening. Right on. This is the thing. In about 3 weeks' time, we have a new LP coming out, the 4th album, and this is one of the tracks from it. It's called Black Dog.
Must have been exciting for him, hearing this, knowing that it's yet to come out.
Get my feet.
some of you blues aficionados out there, how many times has B.B. King said, big-legged woman ain't got no soul? Let me know if you know.
Big-legged woman ain't got no soul. Come my way. Need a girl on my hand to visualize, make me a happy man.
Shout out to John Podcast. Always being so consistent, solid, and steady. He's the glue. Good way to hear how it actually ends with that, because it's, on the album it fades out. What's up next? Dazed and Confused. Hey, let's pause real quick. Okay guys, yeah, sorry for the pause, man. What I want to do here is I want to isolate Dazed and Confused. Consider this a part of my Dazed and Confused challenge, open challenge. What rendition of Dazed and Confused is just as good, if not better than the song Remains the Same 73 version? That's the measuring stick. So also, if YouTube does not accept the whole body of this reaction, they might accept Dazed and Confused, especially if I chop it up like that. So a couple of reasons why I want to isolate Dazed and Confused. So without further ado, let's continue.
Wait. This is one from about the same time as that. Only this isn't that. Okay. Totally different. Right. John Paul Jones.
first time I've heard a crowd clapping in between. It's the longest intro, I believe.
Been days of confused, so long it's not true. I wanted a woman, never bargained for you. Lots of people talking, few of them know. Soul of a woman was created below.
Got the bow out. That part always wakes the crowd up. Haunting effect is wild, man. I never tire of hearing it. That's some of his best bow playing yet, in my opinion. What do you think? I think that's the best bow playing that I've heard him do so far, guys. That was cool. I love that merge. That's my love. visual right now what the crowd will be doing. The looks on their faces. The folks from Japan. guys think the crowds in Rio would take a Led Zeppelin concert, knowing how rowdy and reckless they are? Would they take well to a Led Zeppelin concert format? Let me know what you think about that. I've never heard that transition before. was just when to come in. They're really nailing their transitions well, I think. Their timing was really, really on point. Great transitions, excellent merges. tight and neat. That was great. Let's pause, man. I suppose we can chat for a sec before we actually pause. That was great. Just wanted to share my thoughts about this particular rendition of Dazed and Confused compared to that of The Song Remains the Same version. I think that the bow work that Paige did on this particular rendition is much better. Well, I won't say much better, but better than any other version that I've heard so far. What do you think? I think it was just a little bit more haunting, probably a little longer, and there's just a little bit more, I don't know, variety in some of the stuff that he was doing that I hadn't heard before. What do you think of that? Let me know. Overall, this rendition compared to the other one, I still hold The Song Remains the Same as standard, but this was very, very good. Their mergers and their transitions on point. They really nailed the landings and all of this. And the two Johns, man. Name me a rhythm section as great as the two Johns here. You know, I know that a lot of you are going to say Entwistle and Moon. And yes, in my opinion, they come close. But they're not as good, in my opinion. These two guys, man, day in, day out, going through all of these different countries and playing like this consistently. Oh man, they're just there. But name me another rhythm section with the ability to go from country to country, hitting all of these different places and playing consistently like this all the time, being that solid glue, as I call it, you know, backing up the two frontmen and just being on point, knowing where to come in, knowing when to go light and knowing when to go heavy. Yo, man, I give these guys props, let me tell you. They are what makes Led Zeppelin so fantastic and gives them the ability to do whatever the hell they want, really, the two Johns. So that's what I got to say about this rendition of Dazed and Confused. I really love it, man. I like listening to every single version because I will take away something different from every single one. So needless to say, ultimately, somehow, somewhere, I'll probably end up listening to every single one that's worth listening to, where the audio is at least passable like this one, you know? So let's definitely pause now. I'm gonna hit up a bathroom break, need more sugarcane rum, and then what are we hitting up next? I'm cheating, I'm looking at the playlist. Stairway to Heaven. All right, man. Looking forward to the crowd response for that. It might be the first time Japan is hearing Stairway to Heaven, being that it's 71. All right, man. I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace. Okay, everybody. Let's continue, man. Great rendition of Dazed and Confused. John, you're absolutely right, man. This show is on point. The audio quality is decent enough, and I'm really enjoying the hell out of it, man. Let's check out how they sound performing Stairway to Heaven back then. All right, let's get it.
Wake up. You must wake up. Wake up. This is indeed a great and most honorable pleasure. Indeed a great and most honorable pleasure. This is another track off the fourth album.
Far out.
This takes on an entirely different mood, really, to anything that we've ever done before. and it's called Stairway to Heaven.
This has got to be the first time they're hearing this tune, perhaps. Maybe not.
Sure, all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows that the stores are all closed. With a word, she can get what she came for. She's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure. 'Cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. Crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand looking. Makes me wonder
Is this your favorite song? Favorite Led Zeppelin song? I ask that question because I always wonder, what's the #1 Led Zeppelin song, you know? According to votes or what have you. I haven't seen such a list. This is certainly in the top 5.
Regato. Good evening. You are too quiet. Much too quiet. Dishonorably quiet. It's not cool. Not
This
far
honor
away
required.
to the east there is a... I know you never even tried, girl. Come on, come on, come on. Please, please me, oh yeah. If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, just tell me and I'll send it along to you.
Just on the fly.
Oh yeah,
They can do anything, go anywhere. I've got the crap music. That was a smart way to get him moving. This is one of those songs I believe sounds better to me performed live. Right on. Those two little Beatles shots was excellent. Really got the crowd moving. Got my attention too.
Smiling at me, that's the way it should be. Like a leaf is to a tree so far. All those good times are rare, some love songs are glad. Always smiling, never sad, so far. As I walk down the shady lane, I'll be singing a song, you'll be calling your name. So strong, with so many loves go wrong, that love go on and on and on and on. Can any love be so pure, so many loves in shoe, and just sing around my door so fine. As we go down the country lane, I'll be singing a song, and you call your name.
What a difference this song from their previous sets up till now. I'm sure if you're in the crowd sitting there like, wow, these guys can really do anything they want.
Yesterday I saw you standing by the river. When those tears filled your eyes, and all the fish that lay in dirty water dying, when they got you hypnotized. Yesterday I saw you kissing tiny flowers, but all it lives is born to die. And so I said to you that nothing really matters, no, no. All you do is stand and cry. Don't know what to say about it, when only you turned away. But now's the time to look again at what you see now. Said the way I always stay. Oh, that's the way. Stay.
Nice.
Hey there.
That was great.
Thank you. Thank you. This next song is another one from the fourth album, and this is no, it's nothing to do with that at all, man. No. Now listen, you got to wait, because it's no good you saying that. That's all you know in English. I know a little bit more, you see. And this is off the fourth album, and it's a sitting down one, as I must have said for about 30 times in the last 6 weeks. In fact, I've spoken more English over here than I ever did in America, which means I'm happier here and nobody can understand what I'm saying, but I am. So this is called Going to California, which is California being somewhere between here and the lost continent of Mu and Atlantis and the British Isles. Nevertheless, some people go there. In fact, in California was a place called San Francisco, and San Francisco was, I mean, I really wish that you could understand what I'm saying, but it was a wonderful place. So, going to California.
Plantations.
Spend my days with a woman unkind, smoke my stuff and drank all my wine. Made up my mind, make a new start, going to California with an aching in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair.
I've seen a few of you actually in the comments say that this is your favorite Led Zeppelin song. I can understand why.
My chances on a big jet plane, never let them tell you that we're all the same. The sea was was red and the sky was grey. I wondered how tomorrow could ever follow today. Mountains in the canyon start to tremble and shake. The children of the sun begin to awake. It seemed that the rumble of the guns got a punch on the nose and it's starting to blow. I think I might be sinking. You might be too. Throw me a line if I reach it in time. See what there with the path runs straight and hard. Oh. Find a queen, out a king. They say she plays guitar and cries and sings. Looks after everybody else on Atlantic. But me in the footsteps of dawn, trying to find a woman who's never, never, never been born. Standing on a hill in the mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not as hard, hard, hard as it seems. Ooh. It's pretty hard. Arigato.
This is one of the reasons why I was asking you how you think a Rio crowd would take Led Zeppelin. I'm trying to visualize it.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Fill songs. Oh, deep in my heart. I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Nice.
Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, so they recognize that.
Day. Only violet slips away to gray. The hours they bring me pain. Tangerine, tangerine. Living reflection of a dream. I was her love, she was my queen, and now 1,000 years between, thinking how it used to be.
Who's singing with him?
Does she still remember times like these? To think of us again,
Sounds like the same harmonizing from the album.
and I do, yeah.
It's either Jones or Bonham. It's probably Bonham, because Jones is busy playing the mandolin.
Tangerine, tangerine, living reflection of the dream. I was her love, she was my queen, and now 1,000 years
Very nice. Very nice. Let's can do it all, man. Let's pause there for a minute. Okay, y'all. Digging the hell out of this, man, so far. Osaka 71. Let's continue with this, man. Zeppelin in Japan, 1971. Let's get it.
My burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I won't lay down my burden down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Lay down my soul to shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, oh, down by the riverside. I won't lay down my soul to shield down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study.
Didn't we used to sing this in church?
I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. War no more. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more.
Nice. It's cool that they pepper a little bit of this and that in there. It's nice to know that they appreciate some of the old classics, you know?
Japan is a wonderful place, and you're too much. You're putting up with a lot of it. We don't usually do things like this, but while you're there.
Still they're shining. Can't stop, keep on climbing. Looking for what
among those who didn't really appreciate Led Zeppelin 3 at first, and then it had to grow on you? Are you one of them? Let me know. It's probably one of your favorite albums. I gotta re-listen to Led Zeppelin 3. The whole album from beginning to end. Let me know if that's something you might like to see me do. Just go through the whole album from beginning to end. I haven't done that with any of the albums yet.
It's getting too noisy.
Who's that speaking? That's not Robert.
Far too noisy.
Ask me how I knew my true love was blue.
Japan, wonderful place.
They're having a good time.
Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. Now, howdy, partners, and come on in. I got something you ought to know. And if I say to you tomorrow, take my hand, child, come with me, yeah.
I'm digging this format, man.
To a castle.
How they infuse their stuff with other things.
Well, what's to be, they say will be. Can the wind see his men sail away, leave the day my mind is gone. The wind of love, finish it all, Holy Ghost is done. And you will be mine by taking our time. If you say to me tomorrow,
refresh my memory. He's singing about an affair.
And all your dreams are still as new, yeah. And happiness is what everybody needs so bad. Well, let me tell you, the answer lies with you. And the wind feels me and said, well, in the day when our heart is a sky. And the wind won't blow, and the good only goes to dust. By taking our time.
Great bass groove. Everybody I know seems to know me well, but they really didn't know what I feel. Nice. Great tune.
Good evening. It's our greatest and most honourable pleasure, as often as possible. And as the man said in sort of pidgin English, ladies and gentlemen, it's your old friend for a summer season with his dummy, John Bonham, Moby Dick.
I bet you that this is like a 4 a.m., 5 a.m. morning ritual of his. He gets up, has a smoke, drinks a cup of coffee, and he goes into his garage or wherever and just pounds the skins for a few hours. This is just a walk in the park for him. Only half a day at the office. I gotta check out Jason Bonham's version of Moby Dick. I've never done that. I'm assuming he has a version of it. This is all about the thunder, man. I missed that. I didn't catch what he said. All thunder. Makes me think of poor Tom. What he's doing here. He can probably do that all day. That was the Thunder. Take a bow, John. Take a bow. Where did I get that from? It's got that concert in a barrel sound going on again. We just went into communication breakdown.
One night I was laying down. I hear my mom and papa talking. I hear. I hear. You never say now. You got to let that boy. That boy's got the boogie woogie. Oh, it makes me feel good when I boogie. Everybody's got to boogie one time. Boogie children.
I dig that, man. The bass comes in, then the drums comes in. Everyone's got to be dancing their ass off. Sounds like such a good time. great bass work, man. You're listening to that damn bass. I'm listening to everything. I've never heard this jam before. The crowd is more lively on the 23rd. That must have been the first night. What's this number called they're doing? I don't recognize it. It's cool as shit though. They can just go anywhere they want, can't they? It's the thing I like most about these guys. They're everywhere. Some of that then bass groove. This jam is just designed to keep people dancing for 20 minutes straight. wonder if he's gonna pull the bow out. Probably not. Keep the party going.
I said that you. Good evening. You know you should be.
This crowd is getting their money's worth, man, I tell you. imagine being there? Man, this whole lot of love segment, I would pay top dollar just for that alone. What a jam. What a party. Let's pause there for a second. Man, I tell you. Just for a whole lot of love, this segment alone, I would pay top dollar for. Just for that shit. Just for that 20 minutes and 19 seconds of that. That is what I'm talking about. Man, they had everything, plus the kitchen sink and beyond up in that shit. That was excellent. Yo. Now, the audio quality wasn't the best, wasn't the greatest, but it was enough to give you an impression of what they were all about. These guys know how to throw a party. Let me tell you, man. All right. I gotta top up my sugar cane rum. I gotta hit the John, and then let's come back, man. So we got communication breakdown, an organ solo, thank you, and then finally rock and roll, man. And then after that, I'm gonna do a review. I'm not done with your ass yet. It's got to be like what, creeping up to about 3.5 hours by now, probably a little bit more. It's all good, man. So I'll see you in a few. See you. Okay, y'all, let's continue, man. Really digging this 1971 concert tour in Japan. John, I can totally understand, man, why you really like this concert. All the music is great. I'm really enjoying the infusion of other songs in the mix of their stuff and just kind of segueing here and there and into different parts. Man, it's like I said, it's the thing that I like most about these guys. They have variety. They can literally wake up in the morning and just flip a coin to decide what they want to do. Why? Because they can, you know? That's what I like about Zeppelin the most. All right, let's continue with this, man. So this is the last leg of the concert. Yeah, so we're gonna hit up communication breakdown, an organ solo, thank you, and finally rock and roll. And then after, let's do a review of all of this, man. All right. I think Communication Breakdown is the song I've probably listened to live the most from Led Zeppelin, man. I'm pretty sure. All right. Last piece of their 71 Japan concert. Let's get it.
For being great.
this is a great, excellent rendition of Communication Breakdown.
I don't want much.
Extended jams.
I just want a little bit. I don't want it all. I just want a little bit. Hey, 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 hey. Ah, They must be so good. They must be so fine. You're always on my mind. Yeah.
This is by far the best rendition of Communication Breakdown I've heard live. That's why you can't skip this stuff, man.
Oh, I've got a good feeling. Little lady, little lady, little lady, little lady, I need you. I really want you. I gotta have you. I really need you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give it to me, woman. I need you so bad.
They must have 1,000 riffs in their repertoire.
Thank you very
That
much.
was the
Good
shit.
night.
That was the best Communication Breakdown I've heard. Nice extended jams. So many riffs in one song. bands will never have. That way out, extra elemental part of their sound. Making an organ solo anticipated and cool. I was looking forward to this. Dazed to Blue. that Bonham doing all that grunting?
If the sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. If mountains crumble to the sea, there would still be you and me.
Nice, heartfelt devotional. And then you got thunder and a drum roll all in one. It's definitely a Led Zeppelin thing. John Bonham
And so today my
would not have
world
fit in anywhere else.
smiles. Your hand in mine, we walked the miles. Thanks to you, it will be done. For you, for me, I'm the only one, yeah.
I like also how they are not afraid to sing every single song in their repertoire. Maybe the exception being Living, Loving May, because I understand that Jimmy hates that song. I don't know if there's any other song that they refuse to not perform, but it seems that they're not afraid to do any of their songs in concert. Even a damn crunch. I even like that shit live. Farewell. Did they ever return to Japan? Okay, y'all. There it is, man. Osaka, 1971. And John, yeah, you hyped me up, but you didn't disappoint. Even though the audio wasn't the best in places, man, their signature sound is still there, man. You just can't miss. Wow. Every single listen from a Led Zeppelin concert is a different experience because you're listening to different things, you're taking away different things. Jeez, man, what the hell did this concert have to offer? I loved how they incorporated all these other great songs into the mix and the fabric of their existing tunes, just segueing into it so easily. You know, Robert Plant saying, okay, you guys are a little too quiet, so they shift around and they do other things that's familiar classics to get the crowd moving. Now, where you're talking about fluency in music when you're a different culture like the Japanese, and you know how they interpret English translated music, I'm not quite sure. I think it's a universal thing altogether. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be a little bit harder for some cultures to kind of break it down and decipher and embrace it, maybe. But overall, another testament that these guys can cross genres, borders, culture with their music, you know. Other bands too, because I know that there's a tremendous amount of bands that have played Japan. I've asked this question about Japan too. Why is it that Japan seems to be such a huge destination spot for a lot of major acts? Why is that? I'm very ignorant about it. Is it because of the wealth that Japan has that they can afford to house such bands? Is it just that the population of Japan really just enjoys Western acts, Western rock and roll, the Western way of approaching entertainment? What is it that warrants so many great acts to make a stop and make that trip over to Japan? Tell me what it is. Maybe it's a combination of all of those things, but they definitely had a great warm embrace by the Japanese, especially on the 23rd. I think that's their opening night. Man, yeah, the crowd was really up and going. Yeah, what else did I get from this concert? Whole Lotta Love, man, was really fantastic. That, oh man, I would say that's the best version of Whole Lotta Love. I love all of those different places they went with their music. I love all of the different riffs. I said, man, they've got over 1,000 riffs, I'm sure, in their repertoire. I really liked the bow work from Dazed and Confused. In my mind, that's the best that I've heard so far. You know, it's not the best Dazed and Confused version. The measuring stick is still, the song remains the same version, but damn, you know, that bow work was really excellent. The best version I've heard of Communication Breakdown, with, again, all of these different songs, all of these different riffs. I'm telling you, man, you can't skip anything. You know, if you're a Led Zeppelin fan and you are not, and I can understand that, you know, some people like their studio sound more than their live sound, but at the same time, you're not going to experience them in full effect until you get into some of this live stuff. I would describe it as mineral water. You know that old Perrier mineral water stuff? It took me a while to actually acquire a taste for it, but once I did, I really loved it. Same with beer. You didn't love beer as the first time that you had a mouthful of it. You had to acquire a taste for it, and then you loved it, right? It's the same thing, I think, with live Led Zeppelin. You know, once you acquire a taste for it, you appreciate it. Yes, sometimes their timing is off. Sometimes Jimmy's guitar solos are a little bit longer and it seems aimless. Sometimes they don't nail the landing, but they are venturesome. But they are not afraid to go off. I mean, John Bonham just literally doing a thunderous drum roll in the middle of a devotional song. a thank you, a love song, you know. That shit is crazy, man. So these are the things about these guys that you come to appreciate. You know, what the presence of John Paul Jones brings to the Led Zeppelin aura. You know, there's something about the presence of John Paul Jones that is just so unique in the lineup of Led Zeppelin. And I've said it so many times, you'll just roll your eyes with me saying it so often. You can't take one of these guys out of there. I totally understand why they couldn't continue. One of my friends made the mistake of saying to me one time, "Oh yeah, the drummer passed away. Yeah, that's sad. Just replace the drummer." Yo, man. If he was within choking distance, he would have been a dead man. But, you know, there's the thing. You can't replace any one of these guys. I understand the crazy, fanatical, devotional element where some fans hold Led Zeppelin. I totally get it. I understand it. I refuse to be so fanatical that I'm not going to be like my buddy Paul, so fanatical, so blinded with his Led Zeppelin love and fanaticism that he refuses to even acknowledge that they might actually do a song that's not that great. They might actually do a concert lineup that isn't that great. He really, really jumped on my ass when I did the worst of Led Zeppelin. So a few other people too, even a couple of subscribers and patrons jumped on me because how dare you showcase the worst of Led Zeppelin, you know? So that kind of fanaticism, that kind of blind, irrational fanaticism, I will never go that deep into it. Another example is when I was criticizing Page and Plant for getting together and doing their No Quarter concert. And I said that, I'm sorry, you know, you did John Paul Jones dirty. Yes, you guys might be the greatest at what you've ever done, and you might be, you know, all that in a bag of chips. But in the end, it's not your best hour. Some people didn't like me saying that at all, you know, and so I will never be so irrational that I will not point out the bad and the ugly of Led Zeppelin. You know what I'm saying? If I am saying that I want to get into it in a more of a scientific approach and break it down like a science, you can't ignore the dark side of the force. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sounds like I'm giving a sermon. Sorry about that. Enough of the damn sermon. So let's cut this off here and then come back and let's do a short review. This was pretty much my review, but let's do a short one. See you in a minute. All right, y'all. Let's do a quick review here, man. The Osaka 71 concert, Japanese tour. That was great, man. 3 hours and 25 minutes. Yo, these guys are really something. It seems like they really enjoy performing, and they can go for a long, long time. I love that about them, man. All right, so hey. And, you know, even so early in their career, you know, when they started in late 68, by 71, they had 2 or 3 albums out and a 4th one coming out. And so they had a couple of songs, but they really did well with just a couple of songs, didn't they? Giving you a 3 hour and 25 minute concert. And they incorporated other songs, other classics. That was really cool, man. Kept the crowd definitely engaged for sure. So, okay. So, I've got a little Wikipedia here, and then I've got oh yeah, okay. It's an article. Sean Gadet sent me an article. Okay, so let's read the Wikipedia info first about Osaka. Led Zeppelin's 1971 Japanese tour was the first in Japan by English rock band Led Zeppelin, commenced on the 23rd of September and concluding on the 29th of September in 71. It was one of the first tours of Japan by a Western rock band. It was the first time, okay, this is a quote, it was the first time I've been to such a sort of overpopulated place. To such a sort of overpopulated place, recalled guitarist Jimmy Page of Tokyo, where the tour began. Quote, it was a city with such a new vision towards the future. The technology boom was really going on, even then. It seems odd now with Nixon everywhere, but at the time they were just really breaking the market, and you could get cameras over here really inexpensively, and hi-fi and little sign cinemas. We came here and went away loaded with cameras, and I started documenting the rest of my travels with Led Zeppelin for a bit. Unquote. Okay, Jimmy Page. One of the concerts from the short tour at Hiroshima on the 27th of September was a benefit show. As an expression of thanks, the city of Hiroshima presented the band with a letter of appreciation and the city medal from the local mayor. During the tour, singer Robert Plant allegedly punched John Bonham before one of the shows. This was not the only turbulent incident, as manager Peter Grant explained. I heard that John Bonham had punched Robert Plant, so it's not surprising to hear that Plant punched Bonham. And they were still good friends. There were rows. One bloody, amazing one happened in Japan when Robert came off stage with a split lip. It was over some dispute over some money from some tour. He still owed Bonzo some petrol money for 70 quid or something, but that's how it was. Okay. They have an issue with each other, they punch each other in the face. It's all good. The concerts were recorded at the insistence of the Japanese Warner Pioneer label, who was owned by the band's record company Atlantic Records. However, Page considered the audio quality to be so poor, he decided to wipe the tapes and reuse them. Okay, and that's all we've got for Osaka, Japan in '71 on Wikipedia. So Sean Gadet sent me an article. So Sean, thank you very much, Sean Gadet. He says, Wayne, if you ever do Zeppelin in Japan, read this article. Copies of the book can be found from the website of publisher Shinko Music. I got my copy from Amazon. Cheers. Okay. And this is the article. A new Japanese book features previously unseen photos of Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin live in Japan. A new photography book being released in Japan in September includes previously unseen photos of Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin Live Tour Japan 71 and 72 will be released on September the 28th and includes photographs from Led Zeppelin shows in Japan in 71 and 72. Here's a Google translated version of the Japanese description of the book from the website of publisher Shinko Music. A large number of unused photos are also featured. Japan Performance Summary MOOC series by the legendary band, latest issue is a thorough special feature on 2 tours of Led Zeppelin. Long unearthed during the first visit to Japan of Led Zeppelin, which had been buried in our basement September 71, and the following year of the reincarnated date and time black and white negatives taken in the 10th of May 72 files. Okay, so these are just snippets of info that Shinko Music or Shinko is releasing from their book publishing. Has been printed in the unused cuts with no traces can be seen everywhere, and the freshness of the different shots lined up before and after the cuts that have already been circulated and familiar are also exciting. In addition to these rare black and white photos, the Zepp version of the Live Tour in Japan series, which was carefully put in and edited out of color photos taken from both years, was fully released. In particular, the Japanese performance in September 71 was a great performance in the career of a live band, and it was a tour in which all the members were the most greasy and the strongest. Led Zeppelin performed a truly legendary performance. The pattern became known to fans around the world through the bootleg, and the Japanese audience who was able to experience it at that time continues to attract envy from overseas Zepp enthusiasts. I can understand why. Many of these historical photographs that convey the enthusiasm to the present. This is a must-read. This is a must-read book for rock listeners. Okay. Led Zeppelin in Japan. MOOC series. Japanese performance, the MOOC series from Shinko Music. And Sean said that he got his copy off of Amazon. Okay, so for you book enthusiasts, you want to see pictures from the Led Zeppelin 71 tour to Japan? Check that out, man. Sean, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. So that concludes my reaction and the review of Led Zeppelin in 71. John, thank you, man. I appreciate you sharing me the link here. Now, I remember John also, let me go back to John's note here. He also sent me a link for New York. Yeah, Led Zeppelin live in New York, September 19th, 1970, an evening show. Let me know if you might want me to react to that. If you're familiar with this show and you think that it's worthwhile, especially where the quality of the audio is concerned, let me know about that and I'll fit it in. You know, I have no problem with that. You know, and like for example, I didn't even have the Fillmore West on my radar, and then a lot of people were saying, "Hey, you know, I really like to see that," and it turned out to be one of my favorite live Zeppelin concerts. So yeah, you know, I'm open to it all, man. So okay, so John, we'll see what everyone has to say in regards to your other link, Led Zeppelin live in New York, September 19th, 1970. I'll wait to hear from you. Let me know if that's the case. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll check it out, man. I'll pencil it in, but I'll wait to hear from you first. Okay, so that's it, man. Let me just go to my notes and scroll down here, see what I got. Yeah, so where Led Zeppelin is concerned, man, this is the last weekend of January. Happy New Year, by the way. I'm gonna just basically continue with the live stuff. Got my Dazed and Confused open challenge still, and that challenge is also extended to my 5 live Led Zeppelin songs. You guys know them by now. I won't go through it. And I'm also looking forward to doing some of their solo stuff. I know there's interest in me doing a reaction to their entire No Quarter. This is Page and Plant, their entire No Quarter series. And also, there's a couple of other solo stuff and some interviews. I really like interviews, so if you guys have interviews, send them my way, man. I'll listen to all of them. So that's it, basically, where it comes to what I'm going to be doing with Led Zeppelin going forward into the new year, man. Still a lot of Led Zeppelin. Still no light at the end of the tunnel yet. No complaints there. You know, I'm really enjoying the Led Zeppelin journey. Anyways, man, you guys have yourselves a good one. Take care, and let me know about Led Zeppelin in New York in 1970. And I don't know what my next Led Zeppelin reaction will be. It might be another Dazed challenge. We'll see how it goes. I got to look into some things that some subscribers and patrons have sent me over the last couple of weeks and go through it, and then I'll probably know what I'm doing where Led Zeppelin is concerned from there. Anyways, have a good one. Take care. I gotta get to bed right now, man. What time is it? Damn, it's 5 in the morning. All right, peace out.